Good morning. I am Anil Agarwal, former Chief Manager, Punjab National Bank. So the admit cards for IBPS PO Main were released last evening, and along with this, there are instructions for the examination. And these instructions have led to lot of confusion, and many of you requested me to clarify the concept of section A and B. Now, there are two basic queries on that. Whether sectional cutoff will be separate for section A and B, answer is no. As per the examination pattern, sectional cutoff is for the subject, not for the section within section. Okay? So there is no separate cutoff for section A and B. Now, if we go by the language of the instructions, it seems that section A and B are created to segregate questions that bear 2 marks and the section that bear 1 marks. That is the inference I am getting from the language, because they have not qualified why there will be 2 sections and what will be the bifurcation of these 2 sections. But yes, from the instructions, if we read, one thing is clear, that some question in these 3 sections are of 1 mark and 2 mark each. Like reasoning and computer, there will be 45 questions, but marks are 60, which means there will be 15 questions of 2 marks each and 30 questions of 1 mark each, and that makes 60 marks. So what they can do is they can place all the question of marks 2 in A section or B section and others in another section. I think this is the bifurcation. Just to give you clarity to the student, they may place all the questions of 2 marks in one section, all the questions of 1 mark in another section. That is what I am inferring. This is my inference, what I am giving. Then for economic, journal and financial awareness, 40 question, 40 marks, so no section. In English, they have 35 question and 40 marks, which means 5 question of 2 marks each and 30 questions of 1 mark each. That makes 40 marks and question 35. Then DA and interpretation, data analysis and data interpretation, total number of question is 35, but marks are 60, which means there will be 25 question of 2 marks each and 10 question of 1 mark each. That makes 60. So this gives you a fair idea how many will be lengthy question and how many will be shorter questions. I think that's why they have clarified that there will be section A and B, and this can give you idea of 2 mark question and 1 mark question. That is what I am getting from the instructions, and that may be the scheme of things that may happen. But they have not qualified anything. What does section A means? What does section B means? We can only infer intelligently, and that is the interpretation that is coming to my mind. I am sharing my mind. So God bless you all. अब यही बातें हम हिंदी में करेंगे. कल IBPS PO की एडमिट कार्ड रिलीज हुआ, साथ में इंस्ट्रक्शंस भी रिलीज हुई, और उसमें एक कंफ्यूजन काफ़ी लोगों के मन में आया, सेक्शन ए सेक्शन बी क्या है, क्या सेक्शनल कट ऑफ अलग अलग होगा सेक्शन ए बी में या एक ही होगा, और सेक्शन ए और बी की क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है. जो एग्ज़ाम का इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं उसके अनुसार सेक्शनल कट ऑफ सब्जेक्ट का है. दैट मीन्स there will be no separate cutoff for section A and B in a subject, but for a subject there is a sectional cutoff. Now, what can be section A and B? There is no clear-cut instructions given in the instructions, but we can draw inferences. Because it is mentioned there will be some question of 2 marks and there will be some question of 1 mark. And only in those papers where there are 2 mark question and 1 mark question, there are subsection A and B. So it means in the reasoning and computer paper, if there are 45 questions of 60 marks, 15 questions will be of 2 marks each and 30 questions will be of 1 mark each. So they can place all the questions of 2 marks each in one section and all the question of 1 mark each in another section. That is what I am inferring. Second is general economic and financial awareness, 40 question, 40 marks, so no sections. In English, 35 question, 40 marks. That means 5 question of 2 marks, 30 questions of 1 mark, that make 40 marks. Similarly, in data interpretation and data analysis, 35 questions of 60 marks means 25 questions of 2 marks each, 10 questions of 10 marks each. That makes 60. So I think the purpose of creating sections is to give you idea that how many questions will be lengthy and how many questions will be short. Because where there will be more marks, that question may be more complicated and more lengthy because they are giving you more marks. So they are indicating you should devote more time. आप ज़्यादा टाइम उसके अंदर लगाएं, वो ये आपको बताना चाह रहे हैं. तो 25 क्वेश्चन 2 नंबर के और 10 क्वेश्चन 1 नंबर का होने से ये अर्थ निकल कर आ रहा है और इसके अनुसार अगर आप काम करते हैं तो मेरा ख्याल ठीक रहेगा. जो मुझे समझ आ रहा है वो मैंने आपको इसमें बताया है. बाकी उनके मन में क्या है ये क्लियर नहीं किया है, पर जहाँ तक नज़र आ रहा है स्पष्ट रूप से बाइफर्केशन नंबरों के हिसाब पर ही की होगी, इसलिए 2 सेक्शन बनाए हैं. और ध्यान से एग्ज़ाम दें. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल.